Hello, I would like to share with you the progress that I've made on my B9 robot so far. Hopefully my picture taking and movie making skills have gotten better, so I'll do the best I can. Bear with me if I screw up or have some issues. Kind of new at this. But anyway, it's taken me about a year and a half to get to this point, and I pretty much got the bubble section done now in the brain and everything working in there. And everything packed inside of there. Right now I've got the bubble off, and there it sits in all its glory. It's pretty easily scratched, so I got to be careful. It's made out of acrylic. Beautiful once installed, but we're not going to get to see it on this one because I don't want to deal with it with one hand. Basically, there's the bottom of the bubble right there that screws into, with acrylic screws and through tapped holes on the bubble that I've got. I put into it. These finger lights go up and down with a motor that I have installed. I have all the lights inside are controlled by Tom W's cool little light control board, and the motor that runs the finger lights dancing up and down also spins the crown on top. I've got everything kind of disconnected so I can take it apart in a minute and show you. But it's when done, this will get down. This will be pushed down farther. But still, because of all the stuff that's in there, I'm not going to be able to get it down all the way where I want it. It's still going to have a little bit of a opening there. I think you can see. I have some ideas how to get rid of that and get it down farther later on. But for right now, it's going to be up just a touch once it's down in place. And I'm okay with that, because once the bubble's on, you can't really see it. I've got, I'm going to show you a little demonstration now. It's all controlled through the EasyBee robot software. I've got one board up in the brain, packed in there, and you'll see that in a minute, and then two more down below. We're not going to go into those right now. I have them in other videos. But right now, once I start up the software, it should connect automatically if we're lucky. It's been pretty reliable. I still have bugs that I'm working out, but that's my computer issues, not the software. So I'll click on this and I'll go back to the robot. You see it coming up there, and automatically coming up, and hopefully she will start dancing and popping for you, or he will rather. Okay, there we go. See the lights? Okay, he's active. We are good. Again, you saw what happened there. The finger lights danced up and down. I will give you a little bit before I take it all apart here. I'll show you some of the things that it'll do. Basically, if you come back to the software here, each one of these little things are controls. I've got scripts written up here, and these are on-off switches basically. I've also got a personality generator that turns things on or off, so that's what you just saw. That's the crown motor that spins this motor on top, and the finger lights, and this makes the brain lights go faster. And then I have another control that'll actually kill the brain lights from my power pack animation pull. So I'll show you that too. But basically, let me show you back here. Oops, sorry. Watch the finger lights. See, on, off, on, off, and then the lights will get them to go faster for you. Watch inside the brain and the finger lights. See how they go faster? That can simulate him thinking or being mad or something like that. And that's the same control board that's running his lights down here. And I can also make those do different things, actually more things than up in the brain. But we won't get into that right now. But again, fast, slow. And I've got all these finger lights are tied in to the board through the brain up, and I'll show you those in a minute. They're all tied into the matrix up in here, so they're dancing and coming on as these lights up here, certain patterns are coming on. And the other thing I've got is the power pack pull right here, animation. I'll have a power pack built right here where I just pull it out and everything will go dead slowly, which is kind of a cool feature. Right now I just got a pin in there. So let me pull that out, and he'll dump over and lean forward too, but we're just going to pay attention to the lights and watch them how they slowly go out, which is kind of cool. And you'll see everything on the robot is dead except for his inner lights. I got those are working lights. I can turn those on and off. And then when I put it back in, he'll come back alive and do a little animation for you.
Where am I? Who turned out the lights? Now I remember. Which way did they go?
So that's kind of cool. Let's go inside, and apologize for the glaring lights in the background. Nope, that's part of the generation. See that? The personality generator? It comes on and off. The ears will go on coming off too, but I can do a lot of different things with programming and script writing. That's really easy to do. Let me take this off. It's just, I don't have it tied down yet. And please excuse my clumsiness here. Hopefully, I'm going to open this up for you. We'll see everything packed in there. I don't know how I got all this in there, and I still got it to close. Oops, sorry. Okay. First I want to note that I've got a little thin acrylic laid inside of here. So there's no way to short anything out behind these boards. Plastic behind here, plastic behind here, plastic behind here. So it's basically all insulated, so there's no shorts on the rear of the board to this metal, or the metal of this. This is all steel and aluminum. So let me give you a quick tour here. That is the EZB board, control board there. I've only got 3 ports hooked up to it right now. 1, 2, 3. Whoops, again I have some fixing to do here. That is a little switch circuit that I built that turns on and off the crown motor that you saw spinning. I gotta stick that back on there better. And it's triggered by the EZB board and is tied into the crown motor down below. This is a oh, there goes my ears. I love them. Anyway, this is Tom W's light control board that I was talking about. It's kind of big, and I've got some ideas of how to trim that down a little bit, maybe change those tip 102 transistors down to Moffats, and put some angled pins in here or something like that. That'll really lower the profile of this thing and give me more room. But I digress. This is another little board that I built with little switching circuits that ground Tom's built-in light effects system here. He's got like 4 or 5 different effects that you can do by grounding the pins, but I've only using 2 of them in the brain. One is for the fast lights that you saw, and one is for my animation where I power pack and kill him. Pull the power pack and he dies. That's really all I want up here. So it's fast lights and make them go out. You can see Tom's also Tom makes a light board down there. Those LED lights they're just pulsed by his board here, and it's really a nice system, really nice, very high quality. And you can see back there in the back maybe his cat eyes here and here that come through the front, and they stay on all the time. I might color those. That's pretty cool. What you see there is a diode board that all these little finger, you see these little wires here? They go down those little holes there. That's how I get the power and everything back up in here. But these little ones are all tied in to the finger lights, and that's how I get my power down to the finger lights. And there in turn, they come up through this diode board I built and tie in to the matrix that I was talking about, Tom's matrix. So Tom actually documents on how to do all that, so it's really easy to follow. What you saw there was the cam going around. What I'm going to do is try to give you a good shot of that. Turn it on, and maybe you can see, this is Jerry's little invention here. Down there he's got, I don't know if you can see them, but there's little push rods down there between the, down in there. I'm going to turn on the finger lights and show you how those work. They're really kind of cool. Okay, so you see the dancing there. It's really kind of cool. Those are there's some piano wire kind of threaded through the behind there in a groove, and they just kind of wiggle up and down on that piano wire, and that thing spins and pushes these push rods up and down, which in turn makes them wiggle. So it's pretty easy, pretty simple, pretty ingenious. And I bought all that from Jerry C. off of the Builders Club. One other thing I want to note is that I've got all this wired up so I can disconnect all these individual boards. You'll see the power comes up through these little Molex connectors, and I've got little Molex connectors in here where I can disconnect each board and pull them out. So it's pretty good, but again, it's packed in there pretty good. And I still have to get it down about a quarter more inch. One thing I'm thinking about doing is replacing that board there, that EasyB board. They're coming out, EasyB Robotics is coming out with a much smaller board, about 2 inches by 2 inches, that gets rid of those big old heat sinks. And that's what's keeping my board up in the back there. So you can see by replacing that with that's like 4 inches by 3 inches. If I cut that way down, it'll give me a lot more room in there. And I don't need all that power in there from this big old board. It's like strapping a jet engine into a Volkswagen. So anyway, that's my robot so far. Show you a tour of my brain. Pay attention, my good friend. Pay attention, my good friend.
Active.
Okay, now that I got your brain open, okay, you're taking a bow. Attaboy. And tell Robot, do you like R2-D2? Robot, do you like R2-D2?
R2-D2. What a hack.
Yeah, you can talk like that with your brain wide open. So anyway, since you are just all taken apart and your brains are apart, Robot, do you know where you are?
I am in the Milky Way galaxy on the planet Earth.
Oh, very good. Okay. Well, so you are aware. Robot, run a soil sample. Well, you can run the soil sample down there, see? We got that coming out there. I'm just showing off now. Some other things that you can do. And then all my buttons